coming up, which is not something that a ghost will carry around with them. Like, excuse me, sir? Summer may be over, finally, but that doesn't mean that there isn't still time for one more trip to summer camp. And as we know with horror, going to summer camp is not somewhere that you want to go to spend your summers. Now, I found Marshmallow completely by accident when I was browsing not too long ago, and it seems to be a little bit of a hidden gem according to the reviews that I've found. So I kind of have high hopes for this one. But if you don't know anything about Marshmallow from 2025, let me quickly fill you in. Marshmallow from 2025 is a sci-fi horror. 12-year-old Morgan is timid, anxious, and scared of everything, especially summer camp. But when a chilling campfire story comes to life and a legendary masked figure emerges from the shadows, fear is no longer an option. To survive, Morgan must face his worst nightmares, protect his new friends, and uncover the dark secret haunting Camp Alma before it's too late. If you're new here, I'm Hannah, but I go by Hordes Online, and if you're not new, welcome back. I talk about horror movies here on my channel on Mondays and Fridays, where as always, when it comes to watching movies that I have never seen before, I am now going to go and watch Marshmallow off camera, so that way if you two decide that you want to watch this brand new summer camp horror movie, nothing will be spoiled for you, because nobody wants to watch a movie that you've just watched somebody else watch from start to finish, because then you're going to know exactly what happens, and I keep it spoiler free here on my channel, because nobody, and I mean nobody, likes spoilers.
We're the honors and directors here at Camp Chippewa.
This movie is like if Camp Chippewa from the Addams Family Values was set in Silent Hill's sister town that instead of having bleeding walls, water spewed out of people. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I still don't want to go to summer camp.
20 grand for summer camp. He's Mr. Woo-Woo.
Plot-wise, we follow Morgan, who experiences a traumatic event that relates to his grandpa, and he is sent off to summer camp because it will do him good. Morgan has hydrophobia, which means water is an absolute no-no, so why would you send your child to a summer camp where they're like, please go boating, please go fishing, please swim in the lake? Like, absolutely not. This poor child is already traumatized enough. There, he meets the camp bully, who decides that he's going to be the newest victim, and this kid is vile. And then, around the campfire on night one, they hear the story of the Doctor, and the Doctor is a character who comes out of the woods at night to kidnap children who refuse to stay in their bunks and performs experiments on them. But this might be more than just a campfire story if rumours are to be believed. Especially when Morgan starts seeing shadowy figures wandering around the camp at night, holding cattle prods. Which is not something that a ghost will carry around with them. Like, excuse me, sir? What are you doing with a cattle prod around children?
And I know that I am not under alien control.
I love to sing ya.
In the beginning, I did wonder why this was considered a horror movie. And then we hit the 48-minute mark and I was like, that's why this is considered a horror movie. Yeah, no thank you, I don't want to go to summer camp. Like, here in the UK, summer camp isn't a thing. It's really not. It's very American. So I'm so glad that we don't have summer camps here because no.
I'm not going anywhere. You can't make me.
Besides that, this is a movie that you just need to see without knowing, like, don't go into this knowing absolutely everything because it will spoil it. Go into this one knowing as little as possible. As, like, what I've said is enough. Don't go researching anymore because there are so many twists and turns in this movie that you just need to see for yourself because there are times in this where I had no idea where this movie was actually gonna go. And that's a good thing. Like, that is absolutely a positive thing. If I can't predict where your plot is going, like, chef's kiss to your writers. I will say, though, that the dialogue and the music are two very different volumes. The dialogue is quite quiet. The music and the sound effects are very loud. So be prepared to have your TV remote on hand because you are going to need it with this one.
I've gone deaf!
But I do want to take a minute to shout out the soundtrack in this one because it does such a good job of building up tension and making you feel a certain way without you realizing why you are feeling a certain way. Like, your anxiety levels in this one will be peaking and you will have no idea why, and that is just because the music is making you feel a certain way. The cast in this is very split down the middle in the sense of the actors are either like 21 to like 25 or 12 to 15. Like, that's your two categories for this. The kid actors actually do a really good job in this, and that is saying something because kid actors can either make or break your movie. So I have to give props to the acting abilities of the kids in this. They do a really good job of selling it. And what happens to the kids in this, dear God, is kind of terrifying. Like, it feels like it's been the summer of kids in horror movies thanks to the movie Weapons and a bunch of other things that came out this year involving kids. But this is how you do kids right. This movie and Weapons.
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
There's some really cool, like, water effects that go on in this. Like I said, the character of Morgan has hydrophobia, and after a traumatic experience involving his grandpa, he keeps seeing things as, like, underwater scenes, or like water starts spewing out of his chest randomly at one point. Like, the water effects in this are done really well. If you have a fear of drowning, or you also, like myself, think that drowning is the most horrific way to die, this will only make that fear worse for you because there's quite a few scenes involving drowning. So if you've got hydrophobia, this one might not be for you because it may actually make it worse. In the end, I am actually going to give Marshmallow from 2025 a 4 out of 5 stars. And like I said, go into this one knowing as little as possible. You will spoil things for yourself that are like surprises and twists and turns. And it is kind of a 2025 sleeper hit. It turns out that the reviews online for this one have actually done me well for once. The number of times I've been suckered in by reviews being like, it's amazing, only to find out it's been review bombed by the people that made it. And this one doesn't seem to be that case. If you like summer camp settings but with a twist, like I said, think Camp Chippewa. If it was in Silent Hill Sister Town, this one's probably going to be for you. But my opinion isn't the only one that matters, which begs the question, should you personally watch Marshmallow from 2025 if you like your horror movies flavoured with summer camp locations, making friends, hidden motives, cattle prods, and hot chocolate? You should probably watch Marshmallow from 2025 because it's a little bit of a sleeper hit. So there you have it, my initial thoughts and my review for my first time watching Marshmallow from 2025. If you've also seen this movie, I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on it down in the coffin section down below. Pull yourself up a lovely cozy casket and have a chat with the rest of the horde 6 feet below the video. I swear they don't bite. If you would like to know where this movie is streaming, as always, there'll be a link to justwatch.com in the description bar so you can find out where it's streaming in your country. And if you would like to know where else you can find me, I'm also over on Instagram and Letterboxd, where I post every single horror movie that I watch, not just the ones that I talk about here on YouTube. But speaking of YouTube, I will be back on Friday with another solo movie review. And it has been a while since we watched something insane from Japan. And I accidentally stumbled across a movie recently and thought, oh god, this kind of has me written all over it because one of my favourite video games of all time is Lollipop Chainsaw. So when I saw the poster for Bloody Chainsaw Girl from 2016, I thought, this needs to happen. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you all in the next one. So until next time, bye. A special thank you though to my regenerators here within the Horde for their support over on Patreon.